There comes a point in every person's life when the horizon seems just out of reach, when the challenges appear too great and the obstacles too daunting. The road ahead feels uncertain, and the weight of self-doubt threatens to overwhelm the best of us. But this moment, this very point of struggle, is not the end. It is the beginning of your breakthrough. And to get there, you must believe in your strength, believe in your potential, and most importantly, believe that every challenge you face is merely the preparation for the greatness that lies ahead. It is easy to look at the successes of others and think that they have something you do not. We often see their accomplishments and wonder, why not me? It is tempting to think that they were just lucky, or that they were born with some special gift or privilege that you were not. But that is not the reality. Success is not a result of luck or innate advantages. It is the product of preparation, determination, and perseverance. The breakthrough that others achieve is not an accident, but a culmination of all the trials, failures, and hard work that went unnoticed. They did not get to the top by avoiding the struggle. They got there by embracing it, by facing adversity head-on, and by refusing to quit. You will encounter moments when everything feels like it is going wrong. You will face rejection, criticism, and perhaps even ridicule. There will be times when your efforts seem futile and your dreams feel farther away than ever before. But this is where your breakthrough begins. It begins in the darkest moments, in the times when you want to give up but decide to push forward anyway. It is in the struggle that you find your true strength. Every hardship you face is an opportunity to grow, to sharpen your skills, and to develop the resilience necessary for your success. The world often tells us that we are not enough. It tells us that we don't have what it takes, that we are too young, too old, too inexperienced, too different, or simply not good enough. But here's the truth: the world does not define you. The opinions of others, the doubts they try to instill in you, are not your truth. The only truth that matters is the one you create for yourself. You are more than capable of achieving greatness, but to do so, you must first silence the voices of doubt and negativity that surround you. The world may not always believe in your potential, but you must believe in it. You must trust that you are capable of achieving what others deem impossible. No one can walk your path for you. The journey to success is one that only you can take, and it is not always easy. It will require you to step outside of your comfort zone, to take risks, and to make decisions that may not always be popular or easy. But every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the person you are meant to become. The breakthrough that you are seeking will not happen overnight. It is not something that can be rushed or forced. It will come at its own pace, but it will come if you are willing to stay the course. Consistency, discipline, and a relentless drive are the keys to success. There will be setbacks along the way. There will be times when you feel defeated, when the road ahead seems unclear. But even in those moments, remember that the breakthrough is coming. There is a saying that goes, "The night is darkest just before the dawn." This is true of any pursuit. Just when you feel like you cannot go on, just when you feel like all hope is lost, that is when you are closest to your breakthrough. The breakthrough does not come in the moments of ease, it comes in the moments of struggle. It is in the discomfort, the effort, the perseverance, and the resolve that you build the foundation for your success. Success is not about avoiding failure, it is about how you respond to failure. Everyone experiences failure. No one achieves greatness without encountering obstacles along the way. What separates those who succeed from those who give up is the ability to get back up after falling down. Every time you fail, you learn. You learn what works and what doesn't. You learn what you are capable of, and you discover new strengths within yourself that you may not have realized existed. Failure is not the end, it is a stepping stone, a necessary part of the journey. There will also be times when you feel as though you have reached the limit of your abilities, when you believe you have given everything you have and there is nothing left. It is in these moments that your true breakthrough occurs. The key to breaking through your limits is understanding that there is always more within you. You have untapped potential, resources that you have not yet accessed. When you push past your limits, when you refuse to give up, you will find that you have the strength and the ability to do more than you ever thought possible. In this journey, you will need to embrace the discomfort. Growth does not happen in the comfort zone. Growth happens when you are challenged, when you are forced to stretch yourself beyond what you think you can handle. The discomfort is a signal that you are on the right path. When things get tough, when you feel the pressure mounting, understand that it is a sign that you are growing, that you are on the verge of something greater than you could ever imagine. Success is not determined by the circumstances around you, but by the mindset you carry and the actions you take in spite of those circumstances. Your breakthrough will not be handed to you on a silver platter. It will not come easily or without effort. But if you are willing to do the work, to stay persistent, and to keep moving forward, you will reach it. The journey may be long, and it may be difficult, but the rewards will be worth every moment of struggle. When you face obstacles, when you encounter setbacks, remind yourself of why you started. Remember the vision you have for your life, the dreams that you are working toward. Hold on to that vision and let it fuel your perseverance. When the journey gets tough, remember that every step you take brings you closer to your breakthrough. Keep going, even when it feels like you are not making progress. Keep going when it feels like the odds are against you. Keep going, and you will find that the breakthrough you seek is closer than you ever imagined. The key to success is simple: keep moving forward. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you fall, keep moving forward. Success is not about perfection, it is about resilience. It is about your ability to continue to rise after each fall, to keep going when the road is difficult, and to never stop believing in yourself. And remember, your breakthrough is not just about the external achievements that you will receive. It is not just about the accolades, the awards, or the recognition. Your breakthrough is about who you become in the process. It is about the strength, the wisdom, and the resilience you develop along the way. It is about realizing your true potential and becoming the person you were always meant to be. Every challenge you face, every setback, every failure, and every moment of doubt is preparing you for something greater. It is preparing you for your breakthrough. And when it comes, you will realize that all the struggle, all the pain, and all the hard work was worth it. Because the breakthrough is not just a moment, it is the beginning of a new chapter in your life, one where you will accomplish things you once thought were impossible. Keep moving forward and trust that your breakthrough is coming. Every challenge you face is not a roadblock, but a stepping stone toward your breakthrough. Growth happens in discomfort, and it is in moments of adversity that you discover your true strength and potential. Success is not reserved for a select few. The power to achieve greatness lies within you. Even when others doubt you or when the world tells you you're not enough, trust in your abilities and keep pushing forward with belief in your own potential. Failure is not a reflection of your inability, but an essential part of the process. Every failure teaches you something valuable: what works, what doesn't, and where your true limits lie. Keep learning and growing with each setback. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of persistent effort and resilience. Every small, consistent action you take, even in the face of adversity, moves you closer to your breakthrough. Keep going and trust that progress is happening even when it feels slow. Life is filled with moments of challenge, difficulty, and unexpected obstacles. We all encounter moments when the weight of the world feels heavy, when the path ahead seems uncertain, and when it appears that nothing is going according to plan. It is in these moments of struggle that many of us are tempted to give up, to turn away from the pursuit of our dreams, and to accept defeat. However, the truth is that struggle is not something to avoid, nor is it a sign of failure. Rather, struggle is an essential part of the journey. It is through struggle that we grow, develop, and ultimately find the strength we need to achieve our goals. Embracing struggle is not about seeking out pain or difficulty, but understanding that these challenges are integral to the process of becoming the person we are meant to be. When we face struggles, our first instinct may be to resist them. We want things to be easy, smooth, and free from hardship. We long for a life that is uninterrupted by obstacles and challenges. But the reality is that without struggle, we would never truly grow. If everything in life were easy, we would never have to dig deep into our resources, our strength, or our resilience. It is only in the face of difficulty that we find out who we truly are and what we are capable of achieving. Struggle forces us to confront our weaknesses, to acknowledge the areas where we need to improve, and to push ourselves beyond what we thought were our limits. I think about the most significant accomplishments in your life. Whether they are personal achievements or professional successes, you likely encountered challenges along the way. These challenges tested your resolve, your patience, and your commitment. The times when you faced obstacles, when things didn't go as planned, when it seemed like you might fail, were the moments that shaped you the most. These struggles gave you the opportunity to learn, adapt, and become stronger. They taught you lessons that would have been impossible to learn in the absence of hardship. When we resist struggle, we deny ourselves the opportunity for growth. It is easy to assume that our ultimate goal is to avoid pain, to find comfort, and to live a life free from challenges. But comfort is often the enemy of progress. When we are comfortable, we are not being pushed to expand our horizons, to challenge our thinking, or to develop new skills. Comfort can lull us into complacency, leading us to miss opportunities for growth. Struggle, on the other hand, awakens us. It forces us to look at ourselves honestly and to ask, what do I need to change in order to move forward? Struggle challenges us to rise above our current limitations and reach for something greater. To embrace the struggle is to acknowledge that growth is a process, and that process is rarely smooth or linear. We often look at others and see their successes, their accomplishments, and their achievements, but what we fail to see are the countless hours of hard work, the moments of doubt, the failures, and the setbacks that led them to where they are today. Success is often the result of perseverance through struggles that were never seen by the outside world. The true measure of success is not in how easily something is achieved, but in how much effort and determination are put into overcoming the challenges along the way. Many of the most successful people in history have faced tremendous struggles. They encountered failure after failure after failure, rejection after rejection, and hardship after hardship. But instead of letting those struggles define them negatively, they allowed them to shape them. They recognized that struggle was not a sign that they weren't meant for success, but rather a sign that they were being prepared for something greater. The people who ultimately achieve greatness are not those who avoid struggle, but those who learn to persevere in the face of it. This is where the importance of mindset comes in. It is all too easy to view struggle as a roadblock, something that stands between you and your dreams. But with the right mindset, struggle can be reframed as an opportunity, as a necessary part of the process. When we change the way we view struggle, we change our entire approach to life. Instead of seeing challenges as obstacles to overcome, we begin to see them as opportunities to learn, to grow, and to become better versions of ourselves. Embracing the struggle requires resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from difficulties, to recover from setbacks, and to keep moving forward despite the obstacles in our way. It is the capacity to maintain focus and determination, even when the road gets tough. Resilience is not something that comes naturally to everyone, but it is a quality that can be cultivated. It is developed through experience, through the repeated process of facing difficulties and continuing on despite them. Resilience is about not letting failure or hardship define you, but using them as fuel to keep going. But resilience does not mean that you will never feel pain or frustration. It does not mean that you will not experience moments of doubt or fear. It simply means that you have the ability to move through those moments without letting them stop you. Resilience means that you keep going, even when things aren't going the way you hoped. It means you get up after each fall, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward with renewed determination. Every time you face a struggle and choose to persist, you build your resilience, and it becomes stronger and more ingrained within you. The process of embracing the struggle is also about patience. Growth takes time, and we cannot rush it. We live in a world that often demands instant gratification. We want results now, and we want success to come quickly. But the truth is that meaningful growth takes time. It requires patience, effort, and persistence. The struggle is a necessary part of this process. There is no shortcut to success. You cannot bypass the struggle and hope to reach your goals. The struggle is the work you must do to prepare for the success that will follow. And though it may feel like an uphill battle at times, each step forward is a step towards something greater. One of the most powerful things about struggle is that it can bring clarity. When everything is easy, it is easy to become distracted, to lose sight of what truly matters. But when we are faced with a struggle, we are forced to clarify our purpose and our priorities. The things that matter most become clear, and we can begin to focus our energy and efforts on what truly counts. Struggle allows us to reassess our goals, refine our strategies, and move forward with renewed focus and determination. As you continue on your journey, remember that struggle is not something to fear or avoid. It is something to embrace. Struggle is a sign that you are growing, that you are challenging yourself, and that you are pushing towards something greater. The most fulfilling and rewarding parts of life often come from the moments when we struggle the most. It is through struggle that we find our purpose, our strength, and our resilience. So the next time you encounter difficulty, don't shy away from it. Step into it with courage and determination, knowing that it is part of the process. Embrace the struggle, for it is in the struggle that you will find your breakthrough. Every one of us carries within ourselves untapped potential abilities and strengths that are often hidden beneath the surface. It is easy to overlook this potential, to assume that we are not capable of achieving extraordinary things, or that we have already reached the limits of what we can accomplish. We are often taught to focus on our visible skills, the ones that others can see, measure, and appreciate. We define ourselves by what we have done in the past, by what is evident, and what fits neatly into society's expectations. But the truth is that what we can see, what we know, and what others recognize are just fragments of who we truly are. Our unseen potential, the qualities that have yet to be revealed, is where the true power lies. The challenge we face is not to find more of ourselves, but to believe in the parts of ourselves that are still waiting to be uncovered. The potential within you is far greater than you realize. Often we limit ourselves by the stories we tell about our lives. We look at the people around us and compare ourselves to them, thinking that they are more capable, more talented, or more deserving of success. We tell ourselves that others have something we don't, that their potential is somehow greater. But this is a lie. Each person has unique abilities, strengths, and gifts, and those abilities are not always immediately apparent. The first step in unlocking your unseen potential is to believe in its existence, to trust that there is more to you than meets the eye. Belief is a powerful force. When you believe in something, you give it power. You take ownership of it and begin to nurture it. When you believe in your potential, you start to take actions that align with that belief. Your mindset shapes your actions, and your actions create your reality. If you believe that you are capable of achieving something, you are more likely to take the steps needed to make it happen. On the other hand, if you doubt yourself, you will unknowingly limit your efforts, and your results will reflect those limitations. The key to unlocking your unseen potential is to stop measuring yourself based on what others see in you and instead focus on what you know is inside of you. People often define themselves by external accomplishments, degrees, titles, achievements, and recognition. While these are important in some ways, they are not the ultimate measure of your worth or potential. These are simply markers, reflections of what you have already done. Your unseen potential is what you have yet to accomplish, what lies just beyond your current reach. It is your ability to grow, learn, and evolve. Many of us fail to see our own potential because we are conditioned to underestimate ourselves. We live in a world that rewards conformity and achievement, and we often mistake failure or setbacks as signs of our limitations. But failure is not a reflection of our worth, it is part of the process of growth. It is through failure that we discover new strengths, learn new lessons, and refine our skills. Every setback is a chance to tap into the unseen reserves of our potential, to push through the discomfort and challenge ourselves to go further than we ever thought possible. Consider the times in your life when you faced adversity and overcome it. You may have faced challenges in school, work, relationships, or personal struggles, but you found a way to move through those challenges and emerge stronger. These moments are not accidents, they are proof that you are capable of more than you realize. Each challenge you've faced has been a training ground, preparing you for bigger and more significant tasks ahead. And yet, it is easy to overlook these moments, to dismiss them as simple hurdles that we had to get over. But the truth is that those challenges revealed your hidden strength, your determination, and your resilience. They were proof of your unseen potential at work. The fear of failure is one of the greatest barriers to unlocking our unseen potential. We avoid taking risks because we are afraid of what might happen if we fail. But failure, as daunting as it may seem, is not something to fear. It is a natural part of the journey. Think of all the great achievements throughout history. Every inventor, artist, athlete, or entrepreneur who has made a significant impact on the world has experienced failure. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His ability to continue despite failure, to keep trying until he found the solution, is a testament to his belief in his potential. When you embrace failure as a part of growth, rather than a reflection of your limitations, you open yourself up to discovering what you are truly capable of. Believing in your unseen potential requires a shift in perspective. It requires moving beyond the limits of your past experiences, the conditioning that tells you what you can and cannot do, and the comparisons that tell you what others have achieved and how you measure up. It means giving yourself permission to be more than you've ever been, to stretch your boundaries and pursue the things that once seemed impossible. Your unseen potential is not tied to where you are right now, but to where you can go, who you can become, and what you can achieve if you dare to believe in it. One of the most significant barriers to fully embracing your unseen potential is fear, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of failure, the fear of the unknown. Fear is natural, but it should not control your actions. Instead of seeing fear as a sign that you should stop, view it as a signal that you are on the edge of something important. When you push through fear, you break down the walls that limit you. You prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought, and in doing so, you unlock parts of yourself that were previously hidden. Another important aspect of believing in your unseen potential is the willingness to try new things, to step outside of your comfort zone, and to take on challenges that may initially seem intimidating. The more you stretch yourself, the more you expand your capabilities. You cannot discover what you are truly capable of if you remain in the familiar, comfortable spaces of life. By stepping into the unknown, you give yourself the opportunity to explore new talents, acquire new skills, and uncover strengths you never knew you had. Sometimes the potential you seek is only revealed when you step into the unfamiliar and push through the discomfort of growth. Support from others can also play a critical role in helping you recognize your potential. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in you, who challenge you, and who support you in your growth can be incredibly powerful. These people can serve as mirrors, reflecting back to you the strengths and abilities you might not see in yourself. But ultimately, the belief in your potential must come from within. While others may encourage and inspire you, it is your own belief in your unseen potential that will propel you forward. The journey to unlocking your unseen potential is not about perfection. It is not about having all the answers or knowing exactly how everything will unfold. It is about trusting the process, believing in your ability to grow, and having the courage to step into the unknown. Each step you take toward embracing your potential, whether small or large, brings you closer to the person you are meant to become. It is a journey that requires patience, persistence, and resilience, but it is a journey that will reveal things about yourself you never imagined. As you continue on your journey, remember that you are capable of more than you realize. Your potential is not limited by your past or by the labels others place on you. It is not confined by the boundaries of what you have already achieved. It lies in the unexplored spaces, the untapped abilities, and the unexplored parts of yourself that are waiting to be revealed. Believe in your unseen potential, trust that it exists within you, and take bold steps toward unlocking it. When you do, you will discover a version of yourself that you never thought possible, a version that can achieve things far beyond what you ever imagined. Failure, in its most basic form, is often seen as something negative. It is the moment when our plans do not work out, when our expectations are dashed, or when we are confronted with an outcome that feels like a setback. Society often teaches us that failure is something to be avoided at all costs, a blemish on our record, something to be embarrassed by or ashamed of. We celebrate success, strive for perfection, and build our self-worth on achievements. But what if we looked at failure differently? What if we saw it not as a dead end, but as a necessary part of the process that leads to growth, learning, and ultimate success? The truth is, it helps us develop resilience and equips us with the tools we need to succeed in the future. One of the most important things to understand about failure is that it is not the end. It is not a final judgment on our abilities, worth, or potential. Instead, it is simply a moment in time, a temporary state that can lead to new opportunities and insights. Failure is part of the journey, not the destination. It is through failure that we discover what we are truly made of. It is in the moments of struggle and disappointment that we are forced to reassess our approach, to reflect on what went wrong, and to try again with new knowledge, insight, and perspective. Consider the process of learning to walk. As children, we all fell countless times before we were able to walk confidently. Each fall was not a sign of failure, but a step toward success. Every time we fell, we learned something new about balance, coordination, and timing. With each failure, we grew stronger, more determined, and more capable. Eventually, the falls became fewer and farther between, and we were able to walk with ease. But none of that would have been possible without those initial failures, those moments when we stumbled and fell. In the same way, our adult lives are filled with similar learning experiences, and each failure is simply a part of that learning process. When we encounter failure as adults, we often view it through the lens of disappointment, frustration, or self-doubt. It is easy to feel like we have failed ourselves, to think that we are not good enough, or that we will never succeed. But this mindset can hold us back from realizing the true potential that failure offers. Rather than seeing failure as a sign of inadequacy, we should view it as a teacher, offering us a chance to learn and grow. The lessons we learn through failure are often more valuable than those we learn through success because they challenge us to think critically, to adapt, and to be resilient. One of the key lessons that failure teaches us is the importance of perseverance. When we fail, we are faced with a choice to give up or to keep going. It is in these moments of choice that our true character is revealed. Perseverance is the ability to keep moving forward, even when the road is difficult, even when it seems like success is far out of reach. It is the ability to face setbacks and disappointments with the resolve to continue, knowing that the path to success is rarely smooth or linear. The most successful people are not those who never fail, but those who fail, learn from their mistakes, and keep moving forward with determination. Another important lesson failure teaches us is the value of adaptability. In many cases, our initial approach to a problem or goal may not be the right one. We may try something and fail, only to discover that we need to adjust our approach. Failure forces us to reevaluate our methods, to think creatively, and to find new solutions. It encourages us to let go of rigid thinking and to embrace flexibility. The ability to adapt is one of the most crucial skills we can develop, as it allows us to navigate the unpredictable nature of life and to overcome obstacles that might otherwise seem insurmountable. Failure also teaches us humility. When we succeed, it is easy to become overconfident, to assume that we have all the answers, or to believe that success is guaranteed. But failure brings us back to reality. It reminds us that we are not invincible, that there will always be things beyond our control, and that we must remain grounded in the face of success as much as we do in the face of failure. Humility helps us stay open to learning and growing, and it encourages us to approach challenges with a sense of curiosity rather than arrogance. In addition to the personal growth that failure fosters, it also has the power to build a sense of empathy and understanding. When we fail, we are reminded of the vulnerability and uncertainty that we all experience at some point. We become more compassionate toward others who are struggling or facing setbacks. Failure connects us on a human level, as we recognize that no one is immune to difficulty and that we are all in this together. This empathy can lead to stronger relationships, both personal and professional, as we begin to appreciate the shared human experience of overcoming challenges and learning from our mistakes. One of the greatest gifts of failure is that it opens the door to innovation and creativity. When we encounter failure, we are often forced to think outside the box, to consider new approaches, and to explore alternative solutions. Failure creates a sense of urgency and necessity that sparks creativity. Many of the world's greatest inventions and breakthroughs were born out of failure. Thomas Edison's famous quote, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," speaks to the idea that each failure brings us one step closer to success by revealing what doesn't work and helping us refine our approach. Failure also teaches us to embrace uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how much we plan or prepare, there will always be moments of uncertainty and doubt. Failure forces us to confront this uncertainty and to navigate it with courage and resilience. Rather than fearing the unknown, we learn to embrace it, knowing that it is through uncertainty that we find opportunities for growth and discovery. Failure teaches us that it is okay not to have all the answers, that it is okay to be unsure, and that it is okay to take risks and make mistakes along the way. While failure is an essential part of growth, it is important to recognize that it is not a permanent state. Failure does not define us unless we allow it to. Just because we fail at something does not mean that we are failures as individuals. Failure is simply a part of the journey, a moment in time that can lead to greater things if we choose to learn from it. It is the response to failure that ultimately determines our future success. If we allow failure to defeat us, to make us believe that we are not capable, then we limit our potential. But if we embrace failure as a lesson, as a part of the process, then we open ourselves up to the possibility of growth, innovation, and eventual success. The most successful individuals and organizations in the world understand that failure is not the end. They see it as a necessary stepping stone, an opportunity to learn and improve. They take risks, they make mistakes, and they fail, but they do not let failure define them. Instead, they use it as fuel to keep going, to try again, and to strive for greatness. Failure, in this sense, is not something to fear, but something to embrace as a vital part of the path to growth. We should not be afraid of failure. Instead, we should see it as a powerful force that propels us forward, that shapes us, and that helps us unlock our full potential. Failure is not the end of the road, but the beginning of a new chapter in our journey. It is through failure that we discover our true capabilities, that we learn to adapt, and that we develop the resilience and perseverance needed to succeed. So the next time you face failure, remember that it is not the end, but the beginning of your growth. Embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward, knowing that you are one step closer to success. In the pursuit of any great achievement, there are two qualities that are essential and often underestimated: consistency and resilience. These two elements, while seemingly simple, form the foundation upon which breakthroughs are built. The path to success is not a straight line, and it's certainly not free of obstacles. It's filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But it's in these very moments that consistency and resilience come into play, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth and eventual success. Without these qualities, even the most gifted individuals can falter with them. Even the most daunting tasks can be conquered. Consistency is the ability to remain focused, to continue working toward a goal despite the distractions, difficulties, or delays that might arise. It's about developing a rhythm, creating habits, and staying committed to the task at hand. Resilience, on the other hand, is the strength to bounce back from adversity, to recover from setbacks, and to keep going when things don't go according to plan. It is the ability to not just withstand challenges, but to grow and improve because of them. While consistency builds the foundation for progress, resilience ensures that we keep moving forward, even when the road gets rough. When you commit to consistency, you make a choice to show up day in and day out. Whether it's working toward a career goal, building a business, improving your health, or mastering a new skill, the daily effort is what leads to progress. Success rarely happens in grand, sweeping moments of achievement. More often, it comes from the accumulation of small steps taken consistently over time. It's easy to get excited about a new project, to dive in with enthusiasm and energy. But it's the ability to keep going, even when the excitement wanes and the initial energy fades, that makes the difference between temporary success and long-term achievement. Consistency is the quiet, often invisible force behind great accomplishments. It's the daily effort to show up and do the work, even when you can't yet see the results. It's the practice of doing the things that move you closer to your goal, even on days when you feel uninspired or defeated. However, the journey is not without its challenges. There will be days when you feel like quitting. There will be moments when things don't seem to be moving forward, and the results of your efforts are not immediately apparent. It's during these moments that resilience is most important. Resilience is the quality that allows you to persevere in the face of adversity, to keep going even when things seem hopeless. It's the ability to recover from failure and setbacks and continue pursuing your goal with the same commitment and determination as before. One of the most crucial aspects of resilience is the ability to embrace failure. Failure is not the end of the road, but a part of the journey. In fact, failure is often the catalyst for breakthroughs. Every great achievement in history has been preceded by moments of failure. Thomas Edison's countless attempts to invent the light bulb, each failure bringing him closer to success, are a prime example. He is famously quoted as saying, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." It was his resilience in the face of repeated failure that ultimately led to his breakthrough. Resilience involves a shift in mindset. It's about seeing failure not as a reflection of your limitations, but as a learning opportunity. Each time something doesn't go as planned, you have the chance to analyze the situation, learn from it, and make adjustments. It's this ability to adapt, to pivot when necessary, that makes resilience so powerful. Resilience doesn't mean never experiencing doubt or disappointment. It means having the strength to move forward, to rise after a fall, and to keep working toward your goal, no matter how many setbacks occur. Consistency and resilience are particularly important when it comes to achieving long-term success. The most groundbreaking breakthroughs rarely happen overnight. They come from years of consistent effort, often in the face of immense challenges. Take the example of professional athletes. Behind every championship victory, there are years of consistent practice, training, and competition. Success does not come from one moment of brilliance. It's built on the foundation of countless hours of effort. Even the most talented athletes experience setbacks. They may face injuries, lose competitions, or struggle with self-doubt. But what sets them apart is their resilience. They get back up, they adjust their approach, and they continue working toward their goals no matter what obstacles they face along the way. The same is true in any field, whether it's business, the arts, or personal development. The world's most successful entrepreneurs, musicians, and leaders did not achieve their success by chance. They achieved it through consistent, focused effort and through resilience in the face of challenges. For every person who has reached the pinnacle of success, there are countless others who gave up too soon. They didn't have the perseverance to continue when things got tough, and they didn't have the resilience to bounce back after failure. In many cases, those who give up are the ones who are on the verge of a breakthrough. There is also a power in small wins. Many people expect immediate, large-scale success and get discouraged when they don't see rapid progress. But breakthroughs are often the result of small victories built up over time. Every small step you take toward your goal is a victory in itself. With consistency, those small steps add up to big progress. And with resilience, when setbacks occur, you can continue to make those small steps, knowing that they will eventually lead you to the larger goal. This is why it's so important to celebrate the small wins, to recognize the progress you've made, and to appreciate the journey. It's the cumulative effect of these small efforts made day after day that will ultimately lead to your breakthrough. The power of consistency is in its ability to build momentum. When you show up consistently, even on the days when you don't feel like it, you create a sense of momentum that propels you forward. It's the idea of a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but as it continues to roll, it picks up speed and size. Similarly, when you consistently take action toward your goals, you build momentum that helps you overcome challenges more easily. Even on the tough days, momentum helps you keep going. The act of showing up every day, no matter how small your actions may seem, creates a rhythm that pushes you closer to your breakthrough. Resilience plays an equally important role in maintaining momentum. There will be moments when setbacks cause you to question your progress, your path, or your abilities. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned, and many people quit at these points. Resilience, however, allows you to push through the moments of doubt. It gives you the strength to pause, reassess, and then push forward again. Without resilience, momentum can be easily derailed by obstacles. With resilience, setbacks become temporary roadblocks rather than permanent barriers. Another aspect of resilience that is often overlooked is the importance of self-compassion. When you experience failure or difficulty, it's easy to be hard on yourself. You may feel that you're not good enough or that you're not progressing as quickly as you should be. But self-compassion is key to resilience. It's about treating yourself with kindness when things go wrong, acknowledging that setbacks are part of the process, and understanding that growth takes time. The more compassionate you are with yourself, the easier it becomes to stay resilient in the face of challenges. When you allow yourself room to fail and learn, instead of criticizing yourself, you strengthen your ability to bounce back. The relationship between consistency and resilience can also be understood in terms of momentum and growth. When you consistently show up, you create a foundation of habits and practices that help you build toward your goal. When things don't go as planned, resilience gives you the strength to adjust and continue. It's the combination of both that leads to real breakthroughs. You don't need to be perfect, you don't need to have it all figured out, but you do need to keep moving forward, consistently taking steps toward your goals, and remaining resilient when things don't go according to plan. At the end of the day, breakthroughs are rarely the result of a single brilliant idea or a moment of sudden insight. They come from the steady, consistent effort of people who have the resilience to keep going, even when faced with challenges. It's the daily commitment to showing up, the strength to recover from setbacks, and the determination to keep moving forward that leads to extraordinary accomplishments. If you can cultivate both consistency and resilience, you unlock the door to your potential and set yourself on the path to breakthroughs.